welcome, and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone, depending on where you are dialing in from today. This is the beauty of a global summit, isn't it? My name is Andrea and I'm joining you from the sunny Kuala Lumpur. I will be your host for this session. So one more time, very warm welcome to the first WWW Global Women Empowerment Summit, organized by Andrea. Andrea, what an incredible achievement to pull together an event like this, to mobilize 108 experts and reach hundreds of people globally. Big congratulations to you. You are a real inspiration to all of us. And I'm truly honored to be part of this wonderful event. Thank you for having me. So I just shared my screen with you. I hope you are able to see my slides. So our topic today is empowerment through resilience. It is nicely fitting into the theme of the summit, as it will give you some tools and ideas on how to empower yourself and the people around you. Unfortunately, our session today is not a live session. It's pre-recorded. Due to other work commitments, I'm not available on the dates of the summit. So we won't be able to have a live interaction. I won't be able to reply to your questions in this session, during this session. However, I'm gonna be sharing my contact details at the end of the presentation. So please bear with me, stay with me till the end. And you can drop me any questions, any really requests on my email address, or you can connect with me on social media, where I'm really, really happy to answer any questions you have. Don't be shy, don't hold back. I'm here to serve you. I really would like to support you on this journey of empowerment. Before we get started, I would like to introduce myself quickly. My name is Andrea. I am from Hungary. I am a consultant, a certified trainer as a coach. I'm working in the supply chain area. I have a very international background. I lived, studied, and worked in 7 countries on 3 continents, from Cuba till Malaysia. These days, I'm focusing on building resilient supply chain teams and processes. I help supply chains transform to save costs and eliminate waste, optimizing their end-to-end processes and developing high-performing teams. And later, I will share with you my personal story, the one that has led to my obsession about resilience. But before I do that, let's discuss the high-level goals for our session today. We have 3 high-level goals for this session here together. So the number 1 goal for this session is to familiarize ourselves with the concept of resilience. It is quite an abstract concept. In my language, we do not even have a word for it. We will be discussing the definition as well as the uses of resilience to demystify it a little bit. Our second goal is to define the main contributing areas to one's resilience. And the third, last but not least, I will be sharing a tip, an easy to implement technique that has made an enormous difference in my life. Should we get started? So let's start with the question, what is resilience? What does this word mean? There are multiple definitions circulating, but there is one aspect they all agree on. That resilience is the ability to recover from and adjust easily to misfortune and change. So, what are we exactly using resilience for? And how are we using it? According to resilience experts Andrew Chate and Karen Ravitch, who wrote the incredible book called The Resilience Factor, and I can highly, highly recommend for you to read that book. It's really incredible. It's life-changing. So according to these two experts, there are 4 fundamental uses of resilience to overcome the obstacles from childhood. So it's absolutely true that resilience can help you with that. But if you went through traumatic events in your childhood or recently, please seek professional help. Please do not only rely on your own resources. Go and find professional help. The second use of resilience is to bounce back from major setbacks and life-altering events. So what are we considering as a major setback or a life-altering event? It could be perhaps a loss of a job, a separation, a divorce, or maybe a loss of a loved one. There are plenty of events that can really deeply affect us. Also, steering through everyday adversities and befalls, like juggling motherhood with work, or maybe having multiple jobs, or studying. These situations require also very, very high level of resilience from us. And last but not least, to reach out that you can achieve all you're capable of. I think it's very important to pause here a little bit and think about this aspect. Resilience is really not only for those who are going through tough times, but it is also absolutely crucial if you are going after your crazy goals and dreams, if you are chasing something that you've never tried before. To be able to reach out and go after those dreams, to face the challenges that come with it, the rejections, to be able to reframe failures into learnings, you need resilience. Also, when we talk about resilience, do not only think about your personal life, because it's also absolutely necessary in our working life, in our professional lives. We heavily rely on it on our workplace. So how do you define resilience at the workplace? It is our capability to maintain high performance and positive well-being in the face of adverse conditions. In today's unpredictable world, this is more relevant than ever. It helps us to develop protective factors against stress, capacity to respond to pressure, and the demands of constantly changing priorities, such as a sudden home office situation. Many people have the misconception that you are either born resilient or you are not. But resilience is a combination of personal characteristics and skills, and it's not a personality trait that we are born with. Let me repeat that, because it is very, very important. Resilience is not a personality trait we are born with. Resilience is built by attitudes and behaviors that can be adopted and cultivated by anyone. And this is the point where I would like to share with you my story, because I definitely was not born resilient. I had to learn how to become in a hard way. My natural tendencies are unfortunately pretty disempowering. But I was able to get away with it, very surprisingly, until a few years ago, when on a bright sunny day, I landed in Malaysia with very high expectations. I wasn't worried about the move at all. I was very seasoned already. I relocated so many times. So I was picturing our family to settle quickly and effortlessly in our new environments, making new connections and friends. And I also thought that I could continue my career where I left off back in Europe. But reality had something else in store for me. It presented me with a far bigger challenge that I would have ever signed up for. And eventually, this led to the most wonderful opportunity for personal growth. But I have not realized it early. I had to go through a massive amount of suffering before I realized. So a few months after the relocation, I felt that my dreams of a purposeful life were simply shattered. I felt lonely, I felt helpless, and I was really, really depressed. Not only did I not reach any of my goals, but I also lost my motivation and I really let go of myself. I felt stuck. I felt really stuck. When I was at my lowest, I accidentally stumbled upon a book on resilience, if you believe in accidents. My brother-in-law borrowed it to me before we moved. He perhaps knew already that I'm really going to need it one day. And this book pointed to the fact that resilience is built by attitudes and behaviors, and that it can be adapted and cultivated by anyone, even by me. You might know this already for long, but to me, at that point of time, it felt like breaking news. And with reading that book, I started a journey of self-discovery and growth. I started consciously developing the attitudes and behaviors of a resilient person. Speaking of the characteristics and behaviors of a resilient person, what do you think? What are those? What are those characteristics that resilient people have? Can you think of a person who can be a great role model for resilience? It can be someone from your family, from your group of friends, maybe a teacher you had, or someone you don't even know. Maybe a famous person, an activist, politician, influencer, or a sports person. Anyone you like, think of that person, or you can pick multiple individuals. How would you describe them? What are their main characteristics? What makes them so resilient? Why did you pick this person and not someone else? You may want to take a piece of paper and write down the main 5, 10, 15 characteristics of these resilient people you just thought of and see what do they have in common. Pause this video for a few minutes, do this exercise, write down those characteristics and come back here once you're ready. Okay? I will be waiting for you. Ready? Okay. Do you have your list? How many characteristics have you found? Oh, I would love to hear them. So, since we are not able to discuss this now, let me share what experts Andrew Shati and Karen Dreyevich have found to be the key characteristics of a resilient person. Resilient people have the ability to monitor and regulate their own emotions. They have outstanding impulse control. They are focused and intent of solving problems. They are not focused on this problem, they are focused on finding solution to these problems. They know what they have control over and what they don't. They have very high self-efficacy. They are confident to take action. They see challenges as opportunities, and they have strong connections to others. So, is this list similar to the one you just wrote down? Are your resilience role models having the same or similar characteristics as the expert found? But the main question here is, do you have those characteristics? Do you have them? A few years back, I certainly did not have them. I was not in control of my emotions. My emotions were in control of me and my behaviors. I was very much focused on my problems, and believe me, I had many, but spent very little time thinking of possible solutions. I was obsessed with the circumstances that I could not control, like the weather or my visa status, instead of making a difference in the things that were very much under my control. As you see, I was the exact opposite of the person described above, and the person you've probably described on your piece of paper. The only area I was doing well was having strong connections with others. Luckily, my family was always there to support me, and I could always count on my closest friends, even from far away. But let's go back now to your list for a moment. If you examine the characteristic on the screen thoroughly and compare it with the ones that you have on your list, can you detect some themes among the characteristics? Could you organize them into categories? Professor Ivan Robertson and Sir Kerry Cooper, who are leading workplace well-being experts in their fields, they definitely could. They identified 4 key aspects of personality that are important in determining resilience. So which are those? The first one is confidence. They found that feelings of competence, effectiveness in coping with stressful situations, and strong self-esteem are inherent in feeling resilient. Also, the frequency with which an individual experiences positive or negative emotions is a very, very strong determinator of one's resilience. They named the second group adaptability. It's not a surprise that flexibility and adapting to changing situations which are beyond our control are absolutely essential to maintaining resilience. In many situations, resilience involves coping well with change and recovering from its impact. The third category is named purposefulness. Having a clear sense of purpose, clear values, drive, and direction help individuals to persist and achieve in the face of setbacks. Knowing where you are headed and why you're heading there is very important to sustain your motivation. And not surprisingly, having strong social connections and support is the last factor. Being able to build good relationships with others and get the support from them can help you to overcome adversity. I like this categorization a lot because it makes the concept of resilience tangible and it gives clear ideas what you can do to improve it. So how can you use these 4 categories, this categorization, to immediately start working on your resilience? The first step you can take if you want to empower yourself through resilience is to sit down and reflect on how you are doing in each of those areas. Self-awareness is the first step of lasting change, and it's a step that you cannot skip. Take a piece of paper or open a notebook on your phone or on your laptop and write down, list your strengths first. Appreciate what you are doing well. Be grateful for your accomplishments. This is so important, especially for us women, as we tend to downplay our strengths and achievements. And only then, only when you've already written down everything you are proud of, go and identify the areas where you can do better. But see it as an opportunity to grow, and don't beat yourself up if something doesn't come naturally to you. Our past does not define our future. I'm sure you've heard that already many times. If you were not good at something, that doesn't mean you will always stay that way. The great news is that with the realization that you need to focus on this area, you can take baby steps and learn to grow and strengthen those areas one step at a time. And that leads us to the third part of this presentation, the exercise I promised to share with you that made the biggest impact of my life. It's called the Doors Closed, Doors Open exercise that was published on positivepsychology.com by Steph Fontaine-Peacock and Hugo Albert. The only thing that is constant is change. This is a famous quote by an ancient Greek philosopher, Heraclius. Indeed, life is constantly changing and evolving. This means that from time to time, things just stop existing. Losing a job, ending a marriage, or moving to another place are examples of changes that many people, many of us are experiencing. We lose out on something important, or a big plan collapses, or we are rejected by someone. Another way of expressing this feeling of loss is that a door is being closed on us. However, the end of one thing is always the beginning of something new, right? We have the option to stay focused on what is not here anymore, the doors that have been closed, or to become aware of the new avenues that unfold. It's our choice. The goal of this exercise is twofold. First, the exercise can make you aware that the end of something is also the beginning of something new. The end of something positive is not only negative, but can also create room for something positive again, even more positive than it was before. This exercise can help you to become aware that this requires a shift in your perspective from focusing on what is not there anymore to seeing the potential of the future. Think about a time in your life where someone rejected you, or you missed out on something important, or when a big plan collapsed. These would be points in your life where a door closed. Now think about what happened after. What doors opened after? What would have never happened if the first door didn't close? Now reflect upon your experiences. What led to that door closing? What helped you to open the new door? How long did it take you to realize that the new door was open? Was it easy or hard for you to realize that the new door was open? What prevented you from seeing the new open door? What can you do next time to recognize the new opportunity sooner? What were the effects of the door closing on you? Did it last long? How can you cut it shorter next time? What did you learn from the door closing? And now think of all the people that have helped you to find open doors in the past. What did they do to help you? And what can you do next time to help others? This exercise is helping you to appreciate that there is always a new beginning when something ended. And with my personal story, for me, it helped me to appreciate that the fact that things did not unfold the way I wanted them doesn't mean that they got worse than I expected them. They were just different. I had to accept the change. I had to accept that I had to change. I had to close a chapter in my life in order to be able to a beautiful new chapter for myself. You can do this exercise anytime you are facing a big or a small change in your life. It doesn't matter. You can reflect on the door that has closed and on the new opportunities that lay ahead of you. I hope you will find it really helpful. I definitely did. For me, it made a big difference. I started to look for opportunities and stop being upset about what I've lost. Most of us are not born with great resilience. We are evolved instinctively, react to our environments. But we can learn to manage and override our unhealthy natural inclinations and wisely choose behaviors, responses that serve us better. Responses that empower us instead of tearing us down. I offer one-on-one resilience coaching, a personalized, highly targeted approach if you would like to dig deeper into this topic. I also have a series of bite-sized training sessions in my training portfolio that are addressing all key areas contributing to resilience in the workplace that can be fitted to the organization's needs and can be delivered both online or a physical classroom setting. The key to success is to implement and execute the techniques that you've learned. As the Japanese proverb goes, vision without an action is a daydream. And what you need to recognize is that resilience is not only a nice to have, but it is an absolute must if we want to be captain of our ship. I would like to finish this presentation with a powerful quote from Mary Holloway. Resilience is knowing that you are the only one that has the power and the responsibility to pick yourself up. It's you and only you. Thank you for listening. I hope you found the content useful and empowering. As I promised, my contact details, oops, that was too quick. You can find me on social media. I am on LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as Instagram. You can see also my email address on the screen. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions or requests you have. I'm here to help you, to serve you. And please join us for the next 3.5 days. Andrea has lined up a wonderful program for you. There are international speakers queuing to share their experiences with you. And please enjoy the summit. It's for free, and invite also your friends to join. Thank you for listening to me. Have a nice day. Bye.
From influencers from across the globe on the topics of physical health, to make you healthier, mindset health, to empower you with a warrior-like mindset, leadership skills, to help you discover the leader within you, and tips for a healthy diet, and fitness tips to make you fit and hearty, and entrepreneurship.
WomenLine's innovative digital branding campaigns can help you to create visibility for your service and your products and your brands and business promotions. WomenLine's team believes in listening to clients' stories and comes up with an innovative campaign which includes tools like storytelling, latest digital and video marketing tools, backlinks, hashtags, social media marketing, content marketing, existing explainer video marketing. Our digital outreaching services are branding campaign, advertorial, sponsored content marketing, book marketing, personal branding. Our reach out is amplified through presence on 6 social media platforms and 73,000 plus eyeballs and growing fast. Grow your brand with us. Visit www.womenlines.com to subscribe our free newsletter. And email us at contact@womenlines.com to know details about various services of WomenLines.
It began with a bold vision to build KL Metropolis, a development that would establish a new international trade and exhibition district in Malaysia, built in partnership with the government by NASA Group's property arm, NASA TTDI. The crown jewel of this grand vision is the Malaysia International Trade and Exhibition Center, the preferred international destination for exhibitions and events. Like the fine gold and silver threads of the Songket weave that inspired its facade design, MyTech is the embodiment of refined craftsmanship, creativity, and precision. As Malaysia's largest exhibition center, MyTech's functional spaces are unprecedented. Primed for exceptional displays, surrounded by state-of-the-art facilities and amenities. This iconic structure affirms a commitment to innovative excellence. It is a showpiece of engineering ingenuity. An enduring icon built for a new Malaysian era of success.
Hi, my name is Ryan Phillips, personal trainer, health and fitness coach, and muscle activation techniques certified specialist. So today I want to talk about empowerment and how I truly believe that getting control over your own health and your fitness and your wellness is super important to feel a sense of empowerment and control, which can help you in all areas of your life, your relationships, careers, jobs, etc. So today I wanted to share with you a little simple, easy to follow workout that you can do at home without any equipment, just your body weight, and you can really help to get the muscles working, elevate your heart rate, burn some calories, and improve your strength and fitness, and feel invigorated and empowered. So I say yes. Let's do this.
Patricia Morgan here with Solutions for Resilience. Did you know that a University of Michigan study coined the term nature pill? They discovered that 20 minutes or more in nature brought down cortisol levels by 21%. That stress hormone that runs through your blood. So yes, take that walk, hug a tree, go fishing, find that pleasant place outside to just be. It will calm your nerve ends, ease your mind, and soften your heart to do so. That's it for now.
What happens when international bodyguards, soldiers, and police officers come home to find that violence against women is increasing in their communities? They act. Dion Jensen, the founder of Success for Soldiers, has made his team available to teach you what is normally reserved for high-level clients. The ability to see something before it happens and leave, or use a physical technique that doesn't rely on strength. Success for Soldiers instructors are trained to protect people for a living. They teach from experience. Don't be a victim. Contact them now.
Kia ora, my name's Dion Jensen from New Zealand, and I'm a feminist. Yep, I said it. I'm the founder of ProtectingWoman.global, the founder of the Lion Academy, the founder of Success for Soldiers, and lots of other initiatives from around the world. And it is absolutely a bit of a shock, to be honest, to be asked to speak at a global women's empowerment summit. Because although I've been very active in this space, there has been an underlying ethos that women's issues can only be solved by other women. And I 100% disagree with that. And I've said it publicly a lot of times, which is probably the reason why I don't get invited to speak on these things. Because most of the problems that are perpetuated against women are by men. So logically for me, if men are causing issues to our sisters, then other men need to step in there and sort them out.
The world is a forest in which all lose their way. Through different paths we go astray. Walking our way against the stream of life, stumbling upon unexpected shards of struggle. Our future may seem carved in stone, but our heart knows the truth. They say the best way to see life is through the eyes of a child. How can I understand you if I have not gone through the life you have lived? Can you understand me if you have not visited my world? One should be acknowledged by their determination, not by the color of their skin. Do not compare yourself with others. Compare yourself with who you were before. When I falter, I should hope that a helping hand will lift me up. For some people, acceptance is not a given. Their freedom of choice is denied. Yet, like millions of butterflies swarming the lake, their lives matter too. Hear the pain in silence, even when it's unspoken. One can get trapped in a box that's too small to breathe in. I shall overcome and rise. When I'm done wiping off my tears, I shall give myself permission to laugh. I will flow into a whole new way of being in the world, empowered and healed. We are different. We are diverse. It's time to think about empowerment differently. The power of moving forward is fueled by colorful connections. From now on, the future will be written by all of us. But now, with my empowered voice.
It's time to think differently about empowerment. Let's create a definition together. What does empowerment mean to you? Join the Global Online Women Empowerment Summit. From the 1st until the 4th of October, we include everyone in the conversation. Celebrate diversity with us. 70 plus experts from all around the world, more than 45 hours of value to take away. Entertainment, panel discussions, interviews, debates, networking opportunities, kids corner, cooking shows, wellness sessions, and so much more. Embrace your feminine side. Lose labels and judgment. Give your power to others and grow together. 4 days to connect for families in difficult situations, for women entrepreneurs, for elderlies, and for youth. We will approach the different topics from empowerment points of view. We will talk about cultures, traditions, societies, families, relationships, education, mental health, wellness, cyberbullying, future, social media, marketing, business, career, and profession. The 3 main goals of the summit are closing the generation gaps between the elderly and the youth, to talk about the future of families and how homepreneurs and home business will take over. And the third thing is women empowerment, how we shift from women empowerment to empowerment and how we can embrace our feminine energies. Empower others right now. Bring the summit to those who couldn't access without your help.